This is our last chance to make back our $25,000 investment. Out of what was a 4,500 carat parcel, we're down to our last 984 carat piece.
Over the past 6 months, we've been making our way through this behemoth of an opal parcel. And yet, with each cut, things started taking a turn for the worst, and these stones just weren't facing how we wanted them to. So now we're left with this, one last crack at redemption.
So just like the other pieces, the gem torch doesn't go very far in. So it's telling me it's probably black inside. But there is a colour bar that's running really thick right around the bits where it's broken off. So I need to clean it up and see where that colour bar goes. And that is my risk. So we've got this colour bar here, and I really would love it if that colour bar travelled right through to that colour there. And so I have to go on this rough wheel just to clean up all this skin and figure out where these colour bars go. So let's get the wheel going. Some water. And let's get grinding. You see, as soon as I touched it, things start to turn dark, which is a decent sign. And that's a good sign. That colour bar seems to be going all the way to there. So far, so good. So the dream is that this travels all the way and makes enough colour bar to make a decent sized stone, because that's pretty promising. So I think I might do my first slice actually. I might slice above the line, right through there, to see if there's anything on top, and also work on what I can get out of that. Let's go do a slice.
Dad knows how volatile all the previous pieces have been, especially with slicing, having no idea where the colour actually is going to sit. So I'm sure, as he's going through this process, he's pretty tense.
So it's quite risky just making a slice through such a big piece, and I haven't looked at it yet. And I'm a little bit nervous to see what's inside just above that colour bar. Let's have a look. Look at all that. That is really, really messy opal. Far out. It's crazy. Alright, I'll put that piece down for a minute, and we'll have a look at the back side of this piece. It looks so good. It really looks so good. That's really, really pretty colour. But I just have no faith. From the last lot of pieces, I have no faith that that is going to go deep enough to make something. Gee, it looks good though. So there's a colour bar here that looks like actually pretty good, but I don't know if it's going to cut something. It doesn't look very promising, but it's nice bright colour. All this is excess, don't need it. And this is the main colour bar that I'm hoping to get some gems out of. So let's maybe take this side down. Let's get really messy doing it. This is a 90 grit wheel, and it cuts so quickly the opal away that it blows shards in my eyes, and if I wasn't wearing glasses, I'd be taking bits of opal out of my eyes. Look how quick that just eats it away. It's crazy good. Ooh. That's a nice little bit of colour right there, just showing up out of the blue. And it looks like it doesn't go in very far at all. Nope. Gorgeous colour, just painted on the edge. What a shame. You see a little bit of colour now just shining through there from this colour bar. So if that goes in deep enough, that's a good thing. We may have to slice that part off to try and get a gem. It kind of looks like they're the same colour bar, but I can't imagine them joining up anywhere in this piece. You know what is a positive sign though? That colour bar, if that joins up to that, which I highly doubt it, no, it won't. But that's another good colour bar right there. So I think we need to do another slice and get that off the top and see if we can get a stone off there. And then be careful with this and careful with that, because that colour there is magic. Oh, this is a nightmare of a piece. All right, let's get back on the slicer. Because there's a natural crack sitting there, I reckon if I push on that, it'll probably pop. Yep, there we go. Wow, look at that. All right. Good. Just having a quick look at the little piece I sliced off, just to see if that colour goes in any further. Doesn't look like it does. It was just teasing us, I think. Yeah, just teasing us. And same with that piece. So put them away. And now for this big Leviathan. So that is a different colour bar. It looks like it gets cut off by that potch. So it doesn't go in far, I don't think. And then all the way through these tributaries, like a river system, we hit this colour bar, which is very nice colour. And imagine trying to have to figure that out. Well, that's me. I bet you wondered how I got into this situation. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. There's rivers of colour going all over this piece with a really nice colour bar here that seems to stop right there, and it hits this side and turns into a bit of a mess. Then there's this colour bar that looks straight, that doesn't look like it goes in far at all. What a mess. Alright, I'm going to bank on there being something in that nice colour, and if there isn't, we're pretty lost, but it's worth the crack to go into this piece here, that area there, and see if any of that colour goes in deep enough to cut a stone. This is crunch time. Going in. What a difficult piece. So I just took a really, really big risk because I just got really impatient with it, and I probably shouldn't have, and sliced just above the colour bar, and I just don't know if I'm going to get stones out of it. So let's have a look and see what's inside. Oh wow. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Holy moly. And still, what do I do with that? That's crazy good colour. Wow, so we've got a really nice bunch of colour here. And who would have thought, and I don't know, I'm absolutely dumbfounded, that area there, looking like potch everywhere, just another millimetre. All I had to do is go another millimetre in and I was seeing that big bubble of colour showing up. Unbelievable. So I'm just going to take that in a little bit further anyway. Let's get that water going again. And let's take off that bit of potch. I really, really want this piece of colour to make something. That would be my ultimate goal. We've got a stone there. We can safely say that there's a few $1,000s there. But this colour here, if that makes something, then I'll be really happy. Ooh, it's cleaning up a bit. And that's nice colour there too now. What are you doing to me? Come on, oh come on, please. So that's pretty solid in there, from what I can tell, and I just can't tell anymore. It's cleaning up there too. I think we might be saved. Might be. Oh man. I'm going to slice through there. That's just nuts, but I'm going to do it. It gives us a chance, if anything bubbles in there, it gives us a chance to make a bigger stone, and we get to work on this area here. That's a huge risk, but I'm going to do it. Oh my God, slice through something that has no colour. I can't believe it. That's a win and a loss at the same time. Oh my goodness me. Oh, that's telling me that that's going to be really small now. No.
This is definitely some of the more interesting opal Dad's cut in a while.
Oh, that one little spot, that tiny, tiny little spot that I put all my money on is 3 millimeters deep.
And when life gives you lemons, Make a necklace, or however the saying goes.
So it's been about a month since I started cutting these pieces, and they haven't been working out quite like I thought they would, cutting perfect gemstones, but instead there's something that I've always wanted to do, and that is to make a beautiful opal necklace. And this sort of opal is perfect. It's matching, so every bead would be just all matching together in one necklace. So I want to take you through the process that I've been going through in the last month, and let's make ourselves a beautiful necklace.
And although this montage is a few minutes long, I can assure you that this took a lot of work. He even dragged me into it. The hardest part about this whole project was definitely drilling into the opal, as each drill bit would wear away very quickly and make it very hard to drill multiple pieces with the same drill bit. And each piece that we drilled took around 2 minutes to get through it, and that was pretty painful. But nevertheless, we got it done, and it was time for the next step. There was, however, this big block of colour, and Dad wanted to cut it up, but I had other ideas. I shaped it up as a beautiful long drop and decided to set it as a bezel set pendant. So we put everything on dopsticks and made our way up the finer wheels. One of the coolest parts about this project is that all the beads end up being their own unique shape. All different shapes and sizes, colours, patterns, and so on. And even though it's not the most valuable opal, it's very rare to see opal swirl like this in such a manner, and I think this is the best way to display that. And when we finally got to the polishing wheel, it was so good to see everything come to life. And now that we had all the pieces cut, polished, and ready to be set, all we needed now was for the pendant to be set and also for the beads to be knotted on the necklace. What a result. Such an unreal turnout, especially with the touch of the 9-carat gold beads every few pieces of opal. But there is some sad news, and that's that Mum will be keeping this necklace and it will not be for sale. But you can't blame her, just look at it. On the other hand, look at this pendant. It turned out unreal, and I'm so glad we didn't make it into beads. I'm sure Dad would have done it if I let him. This was definitely worth convincing Dad to let me make it into a gorgeous pendant. And unlike the necklace, this pendant will be for sale on the Black Opal Direct website. As this brings me great joy, as I'm so glad to be able to share another one of my creations with you guys again. And if you did like the video, hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate the support. See you next time.